Hello Capricorn, this is Victoria from Mindful Bamboo and I'm here with your Tarot February forecast. As always, we'll be looking at your love life, your career and workspace, and we'll get you some guidance from the universe on how to best navigate the energies of the months of February. At the end, I will also pull some messages from your personal interest to yourself. And let's get started with a quick oracle message from the Enchanted Map deck to see what's the theme of the month for you. And it's the card that I haven't seen in a while. It's called Heal the Ouch, number 38. And this is the energy actually of either doing the healing yourself, or maybe it's not just either, maybe it's both, but also seeing where you can be of help to others. Can you heal somebody else's ouch, right? Especially if they come your way. This is more about like responding to the call. You know, like it will be pretty obvious on where that response is needed and how you can be of service. But unless it is very clear and it's calling on you, then it is a card of healing the ouch within. And it could be, of course, on the physical level, it could be, but most likely it's going to be on the emotional level. So bringing in more wholeness, more clarity is what's needed. Taking care of yourself is what's needed this month. Okay, so for your love life, we have the Fool. This is Aquarius energy. This is the strongest card, the first one. We have Knight of Swords and the High Priestess. This is Cancer energy. Okay, just as I'm recording this, as I'm publishing this, it's 2nd of Feb, which is the 2-2 portal, and the High Priestess is the 2 card. She's considered like the inspiration of the energy of that portal. So we'll talk about it in a minute. And then for your career space, we have the Hangman. That's Pisces energy. 9 of Pentacles. And the Moon. This is Pisces as well. What it means is that you could be dealing with someone with that energy. And then, wow, look at all the major arcana. The advice is Judgment. This is Scorpio. 7 of Pentacles. And 2 of Swords. Alright. Bottom of the deck, Page of Pentacles. For me, this is a preparation card. That's how I see this card in this deck. This is like getting ready to go on stage, where you're like checking, you've got your outfit ready, you've got all the equipment, if you're gonna do some stunts, you know, and just doing some last minute sound checks or, you know, voice exercises and preparing to go on a big stage for the audience. And maybe this is where you're gonna be healing the ouch, who knows? If it's like a workshop on stage, or even if you were doing a play in a theater, that could be a healing experience for people. So yeah, you've got a bunch of major arcanas here. This is like, wow, 5 out of 9. This is crazy. So there's definitely a lot of divine orchestration happening for you in the months of February, that you're being led on a specific path or towards a specific person. So for your love life and your personal space, you have the Fool, you have Knight of Swords, and you have the High Priestess. What can I say? There could be somebody new in your space, or maybe if you're already in a relationship, this person definitely wants to talk, to approach you, to maybe take you out, you know, but the communication, getting to know each other is key here, is like the goal, right? But most importantly, these major arcana cards are not really about interaction with other people. So they are for you personally, right? And both of them are about being rather than doing. They're about introspection, right? With the Fool, it's more like surrendering and being at peace, being at that present point where you take things one day at a time, right? But the Fool doesn't really do much. I mean, they keep moving, like they are in the flow, but they don't really have a specific purpose, you know. It's more about the journey. The High Priestess isn't even doing that. They are observing. They are getting the knowledge from like a channeled message. In this case, we even have tarot cards. We have a crystal ball, different tools that give you the information. So you don't really have to do much, right? But it is about paying attention. It's about listening. Listening maybe not just like with your ears, but receiving the signs that you see from the universe. What do you make of them? Are they adding to your wisdom? Are you doing something with it, right? And this is like being curious about it. Also remember, if you have a question, you can actually ask your guides about it. And that's part of this channeling process. There are some instances where, there are different entities that would like it to help you, but they need your permission for that, so you need to give it to them. For your career space, you have the Hangman, Nine of Pentacles, and the Moon. So again, there's a lot of figuring things out here. Not a lot of action, right? Maybe you can take some time off work even to figure things out for yourself, because guess what? What the part that you are in control of is creating a space of comfort and a happy, if it's a workplace, a happy workplace where you can be yourself, where there's potential for you to grow, where you feel like there is some harmony. Maybe it means a great team for you. Maybe it means being able to do research and innovate. It depends on your motivations and preferences, but your workplace is supposed to reflect that, and not for you to battle against your personal instincts and go and do what the job is asking for, which would be something different, right? And the biggest goal here is to figure out what that is, more specifically, right? Detailed list, please. And that's why the universe is bringing in these energies of the Moon and the Hangman, so you can actually look at the situation from different perspectives. This is going to be the emotional space, and that's again where that Heal the Ouch card is reminding us that this is about facing your emotions and seeing why certain things trigger you, right? Or why certain things make you so happy and comforted, right? Understanding the reasoning behind it better, taking it one step down. And also seeing things from different perspective, meaning like a higher level picture, so that you understand why things are a certain way. Or if you're, if you're building your own business where you make all the decisions, then, for example, taking into consideration your point of view, your client's point of view, and maybe your colleague's point of view if you're hiring somebody to do a specific job for you. It's like understanding what would be that business model, or what would be that proposition, how will this be helpful to each person involved, how is it going to make their world better. Pisces energy is very much concerned about like the world at large, the humanity, the global impact. You also have the Aquarian energy, so environmental protection as well. It's like all this, all the energy of like where is my space with all this. And especially as we have North Node in Pisces now, these topics are coming in strong, because first you kind of like need to lay the ground to understand better where we are right now, and where you are right now, and then you will see what's the path and what can be changed for the better, or where you can utilize your gifts and skills better for creating that impact, that healing impact for humanity. Advice: the Judgment, the Seven of Pentacles, and the Two of Swords. So what I heard immediately for you, Capricorn, is don't overjudge. Don't judge yourself too hard. Don't overthink. It's a good idea to have a plan. It's a good idea to have some structure, which you are good at in any case. Capricorns are very disciplined usually, and they have like this idea very clearly usually. So that's great, but don't drive yourself crazy if like you don't do some kind of part of that plan, right? Or if the circumstances guide you into a different direction, especially because we just saw that, you know, there's going to be a lot of guidance from the universe. So it may as well be that you make a plan and then you have to go into a different direction and you are asked to follow that direction, right? So don't overthink, because it can lead to analysis paralysis, where you will be in your own way. You'll be your own enemy in that case, and you definitely don't want that. So, you know, the key is to answer the call that's already coming your way. The opportunities are going to present themselves. Your task is to be agile and to be responsive to that. Not to everything, but if it feels good, if it feels right, if it feels exciting, definitely go for it. Let's get some messages for Capricorn from their person of interest. All right. Got the Devil card, but it is your energy, so... And the High Priestess again. Wow. This is like the biggest, you know, rivalry between the spirit and the mind. And I'm not saying that our mind is always guided by the Devil energy, but there's a lot of that there, you know, like the toxicity, the manipulation, the ego lives on that layer of the psyche, of the brain, you know. And High Priestess goes directly to source. So really, it's very much your person, so your person's message for you is basically that you are so powerful, but also your energy, you know, you can use your power for good or for evil. It's kind of up to you. And they've seen you do both. So it's like, yeah, you know, there's really like distinct sides of this personality, you know, and how they can turn things around. So they're amazed by it, but also a little bit concerned, you know. And if anything, because they're both major arcanas, this person thinks that they don't really have control over this, or they don't have a say in it, at least, of how do you interpret the situation and what kind of decision you make on how you want to act on it. So they do feel a little bit insecure about that, maybe a lot for some of them, right? They'd like to understand your motivation and your reasoning better, because a lot of times it just comes at them, their decision, or, you know, what you decide to do just strikes them as a shock, and they don't really understand why. And I don't know what goes on in the communication space, but maybe that's why you also have Knight of Swords here, because your person wants more communication and they want to get to know you better, so they understand this dynamic better, right? Because what I'm trying to say is that in certain instances, obviously, your decisions impact them. And sometimes it's something really, really good that they're very grateful for and they enjoy it. And sometimes it's something that to them feels very stubborn and egotistical. And then they just like taken aback, or like, whoa, this person was just so kind and loving in that part, at that point of the day. And then suddenly something changed and we're seeing completely different energy. Something to think about. And it might as well be that they just don't really understand what is really going on behind the scenes, or they're missing some part of the picture, so that's why it looks so dramatic to them. And maybe it isn't. Maybe you have a perfectly good explanation, but maybe that's where you can bring in more clarity in communication with them. Okay, I'm gonna leave it here. Thank you so much for joining me today, guys. Please like the video and subscribe to my channel, and of course, feel free to leave a comment, to share it with others, and until next time,